Good morning. Happy Sunday, November 15th. It's halfway gone, guys. It's halfway gone. It's crazy. Time is really becoming a thing of the past. That's a great, I should write that, put it on a t-shirt. Time is becoming a thing of the past. Wonder how all you are feeling about that today. So as you enter, whoever comes to join me today, let's talk about time. Let's talk about life in general. Some of the things that we're experiencing in the world right now. And how alienish we sometimes feel when we're here and we don't quite fit in. I know for me, I'm feeling that today. I'm going to put in my earbuds for anybody that pops in once that bat signal goes out, because we have a very windy day here today. And it's a little distracting for me. Wind scares me. It's one of my fears. Okay. So I'm going to sit here and wait and see if anyone wants to join me. I might be doing a Sunday by myself today. It's okay. It's okay. You guys always manage to catch up sooner or later when the time is right. So we will see. Hopefully I've gone on the right page. I think I did. See the things, my little ego pops up. Oh, there's a fear. There's another fear. Oh, there's a fear. I'm afraid of the wind. And then I'm afraid I didn't go on the right page. I'm afraid nobody will come join me at the playground today. And I'm afraid and I'm afraid and I'm afraid. And I'm not really. My higher self is not afraid of anything. My higher self is a total warrior princess, ready to take on the world. So, making that shift. Good morning. I see one. Come on in. Good morning, Annie. How are you? Seems like if I wait till closer to 10, people pop in faster, but I promised 9:30, so I got here close to 9:30. Some kind of a compromise in the middle there somewhere. How are you this morning, Annie? Happy Sunday. I was having fun with it a few minutes ago because I feel like time is becoming something of the past. And then I decided I'm going to make a t-shirt, Time is Something of the Past. It's crazy how fast this year is flying by. 2020 is almost done. We're moving into 2021. And so our egoic selves are keeping track of the calendar and the time and the fact that, man, we're only a week and a half from Thanksgiving. Healthy smoothie. I wish that I had taken the time to do that myself. When I'm done here, I think I'll do the same thing. My body is needing it. I don't know about you guys, but man, when I get going on too much junk food, which I can fall into, I don't have really, really bad junk food, but if I'm not paying attention closely enough to hitting the different food groups and being careful, I just feel so much inflammation. So this morning I hurt. I have too much inflammation in the body. So I need to go back to my healthy smoothies. We did a lot of walking. That's part of the pain. Another 4 miles yesterday. So that feels good, but not enough sitting on the floor stretching. So I've got some work to do. It might be just you and me, Annie. We can have a good time together, because I thought I saw number 2, but I just see one. I only see you right now. So that's okay. That's okay. If I was good about sharing, which I'm not, I could probably pull the people over to here, but that's okay, because I really don't know how. I like when I'm doing it on my phone, I can't figure out how to share, so just is what it is. Here, I can do this. I had some people tell me, there was one other yesterday that wanted me to let them know when I was live. Oh, look at that. I'm coming up as Enlightened World anyway. So let's go ahead. Let's have some fun. What's going on in your world? How's that child of yours doing? How are the forces around you treating you? It's been a really crazy time energetically here in the mountains. It was a big struggle yesterday. Really, really big struggle. The unrest downtown, the energy of being in Tennessee. This is such a politically charged area, and so there was a lot of parading up and down in big Jeeps and big trucks with big signs and people whistling and yelling, and it was like difficult for me to sit in that. So I think that is Carol, maybe. Good morning. I would love for you to come here, Annie, but let's give yourself a little bit of time. We went downtown. Hi, Tammy. It's Tammy Fisk. It's not Carol. Good morning, Tammy. The energy last night, okay, so here we are in this cute little ski town. It's a very cute little ski town. They have made it very, very touristy, which, okay, the tourists pay the taxes. But it was very difficult to get around in the car yesterday. Just to take my recycling, I got all locked up in traffic and it took me forever to get home because there's so many people. They have just absolutely come in droves again. And the streets aren't wide enough. It's just there isn't enough room for all these people. So it just locks up all of us. So if we live here, it can be a little frustrating. And then I thought, okay, since I can't drive anywhere, all of the Christmas lights are on downtown. This town is so beautiful at Christmas. You would not believe. I'll post some pictures on a day when I can get down there and really enjoy it. It's an absolutely beautiful area to be in at Christmas time. They just roll out the red carpet for people. So the lights are on, and I'm all about Christmas. So I thought, I'm going to go down there and just check out the lights and enjoy. Well, the energy down there was crazy. There's still so much political unrest. And so it was rowdy and just was not my town. It almost makes me want to cry because I love this town so much. And it has really changed over the past few years a lot. And it's sad to me. It's sad to me that people think this is the way God wants it to be. So it really affected me. I'm still trying to shake it off because I love it so much. And then to be there and hear all that yelling and screaming about politics and sirens and crazy stuff going on, it's like, oh gosh, I just can't even stay in my own little town right now. I gotta get back up home. So I'm here a mile from it, still experiencing it. I'm ready for this country to find some peace. I just wanted to put a big sound system in my car and go up and down the street with the song "Let There Be Peace on Earth" playing. Please, people, please, let's find some peace. Let's find some middle ground. Let's start to heal. That's all I want to see. So that's what I've been in. So that's why I said this morning, Alien Planet Survival Guide. I really feel like many of us as light workers we feel as if ever since we were born, we came to an alien planet. We don't quite fit. I just want people to love each other. I really just want people to play nice. And when everybody starts getting into all that, unrest and meanness and stuff, it makes me feel like I've landed on the wrong planet. But this is what we're here for, right? We're here to be that kind of light. Now I do see Carol. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, you guys. So how many of you are feeling that today where you need an alien planet survival guide? I actually named my WordPress account, whatever you would call it, Blogspot. I actually named it Alien Planet Survival Guide a few years ago. Wow, we're really getting some crazy wind. If I start to break up, it's only because I'm not using my internet. We're having quite a wind event today, so it's bright and sunny. It's blowing in a cold front, and it's very windy, dangerously windy to be out in the woods today. Christina, good morning. Yeah, I believe things might calm down. It's over the next couple of weeks. During the week, it feels calmer here. The weekends, it still gets crazy. It'll get better, Annie. You're exactly right. Christina, I feel like you on this one. Same in my small town. I am ready for peace and unity and yes, love. So I guess that begins with me. Exactly. We're putting up Christmas lights. We have to carry, I think I forgot that last night. We have to carry the energy of peace to the world, don't we? We have to carry this energy of love, because if we don't do it, there's so many that don't know how. And they're so tied up in what they believe is the correct way of doing things, even if it's just their perception. And we all have a different perception, but because perception is so strong, they can't see anything else. So they really believe they're right. So I have to be non-judgmental and just love them anyway, because it's all they can see, right? Yeah, be careful, Carol. When we're walking in the woods, in this kind of wind, here especially, I don't know what it is about these trees. And you've got I'm sure the same kind of trees, but there are, because we get it is considered a rainforest. Things get super, super wet and soggy, and when the wind starts to blow, trees just come down, or big branches come down, and sometimes people die from Can you hear it? Ooh, scary wind. Well, maybe all the leaves will blow out of my yard, so I won't have to deal with them. We cleaned up all the leaves a week ago, and they're starting to fall again. But it's really, really windy. So be careful amongst the trees. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna go meet Jim later, and we're gonna go out in the woods. But we're waiting. 2 o'clock. They said this is gonna blow on out of here, so I'm gonna wait till later and stay safe. Christina, we are having quite the wind, even today as well in Michigan, gale force winds. Yeah, it's crazy today. What's blowing up? It's like blowing up a storm. I think that what we've got, even though we're not going to have super cold this week, we're going to have down in the 30s at night and just 50s and 60s during the day, which is fine with me. I think there was one day that was near 70, but it's pulling us back into fall again, really, because we've been having like 80s. We've been summer again, so it's been wild this week. When will the snow start? We don't know. We're not wanting it here. We have gotten the prediction that we're going to be in a very mild winter this year, which I'm really okay with. I really don't deal well with cold. I could feel it last night. We stepped out to take that walk, and even though it really wasn't that cold, I was cold at first, and I can feel my whole body braces. It's like everything just like, ooh, pulls up to stay warm. I'm not sure why that is. I do have Raynaud's, so my fingers go white and my toes go white, and they say to protect your heart when you've got Raynaud's when it's cold. So I almost feel like my body like tries to come in around my heart. That's the only thing I can think. So I like, but then I wake up in pain. And today I'm like really hurting because I was bracing again. So I probably am not far enough south yet, but it's okay. I'll get through it. I'll get the right coats and hats and gloves and stuff and see if I can get through it. But I'm not going to ever come to Michigan if I can help it in the cold season. I'll come in the summertime. Out of the woods not good, Carol. In Louisiana, one day it's warm. One day it warm 50 to 60. I can't quite pull all that together in my tired brain. Yeah, it's fairly warm. 50 and 60. See, here's what I'm doing. I'm forgetting it's November. It's almost Thanksgiving, and it doesn't feel like it because we've been so warm here. So maybe a little cool down will be good. I like to walk out in the woods when it gets cold. Okay, let me backtrack. Not cold. I don't want snow, but cool. I like jacket weather, sweater weather. So, hands up if you're feeling like you're on an alien planet. If you're there with me, temp is changing in Louisiana. Yeah, I think that we're starting to move into the winter. It may be the remnants of the hurricane. I don't know what got it stirred up, but we're definitely getting some changes. Although I would guess that if we're getting a change into cold weather, then we've got the winds we got a mixture of winds coming through. And definitely this would have to be coming from the north, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'm not a weather woman. Yeah, Annie really, really has snow. We get it here. Gatlinburg definitely gets snow. All those years back, wasn't that many years. 7. This would be the 7 years that in March, it would have been 7. No. What year do we get? Yeah, 7 years since Steve and I got married. Hello. And 7 years ago, it snowed in March 25th, and it snowed into April sometimes. This is my first time to be here. I've been here in October. This is my first time to be here for for the holiday season, which I'm really excited about because I love the lights and the excitement and the Christmas parade, and they have an awesome Christmas parade. If it doesn't get shut down, they have an awesome Christmas parade here. It should be coming up soon. Hopefully they get it in before there's any shutdowns. And then, because I didn't get here until the middle of January last year. Time. What I start with, you guys, I started with time. Time is becoming a thing of the past. I'm going to put it on a t-shirt. Time is becoming a thing of the past. So it's hard for me. It's hard for me to figure out what day of the week it is, what time it is, what anything. It's like It's all our perception. Time is perception. Money is perception. Scarcity is perception. Can we change our perception? So let's pull into that. Let's move into a higher frequency. I just felt my higher self enter the building. I love that shift. So all of these things that we're so concerned about. Yesterday when I was walking downtown last night, and these big trucks with big flags, and everybody's yelling and carrying on, and I'm like, please, please, I just want some peace. My ego just really was not prepared for that last night. I just wanted to walk down, go to my favorite little coffee shop, have she makes the best chai tea latte. It's like drinking a cup of hot pie. I can't even describe it. It's magical. And down in that section of it, the lights are perfect. They're red and white and candy canes everywhere, and it's so magical. And downtown has all these snowflake lights all up and down the light poles, huge snowflakes. So it's got this beautiful, it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And that's what I went down there for. And so I think that they pulled me out of that. They pulled me from that peace and in the holiday season moving in, and so excited by all that. Christmas feels like it's always been the time for peace and the time for joy. And I'm ready to just move it on in after the last, this whole election year, and really 3 years before that. I'm really ready for some peace and some happiness and joy, and for people to walk downtown and just be smiling at each other and just be happy to be here together on the planet. And so it was a shock to my system last night with everything that was going on. It was kind of scary. And so it kind of blew me right out. So I came back here, and I didn't do enough work, obviously. So I was really affected by it. So I'm still working to shake that off. So my higher self is like, okay, can I change my focus? And that's where we're going to go. It's like, can I instead of, because basically I fell into a lower vibration because I allowed myself to fall into judgment. I allowed them to pull me out of my peace. They couldn't do it. There's no way anyone can pull me out of that bliss. I'm allowing them to pull me out of my bliss. So it's taking responsibility, isn't it? They're going to do what they're going to do. Everyone on the planet is doing what they're going to do. And they're doing what they think they believe in, what they think is right. whether I see it that way or not. So this alien planet survival guide today is all about creating that bubble. I should have sat down. I should have taken the time, or even when I was down there, said, okay, Archangel Michael, I would love a layer of protection around me from all of this negative energy that's affecting me right now. I was with kids, and I didn't take the time. I didn't even think to take the time to ask for help last night. I allowed myself to be in that energy. I even allowed myself to be reactive. A couple of times I yelled out a couple of things because it was so silly to me. And I so want to see peace. So I allowed my ego to have its field day for a couple seconds, just twice. I got frustrated and I said something. And it wasn't ugly, it was just honest. But it was very reactive. And so I didn't take the time. So I guess that's where I'm coming from today is, can we take the time right now? And whenever we are, whatever's going on in the world, taking responsibility for the energy that we're putting out, because I did not help that situation last night. I actually fed into it. I could have brought danger to my children by saying something against what most of the population in town was yelling out last night. I could have brought some problems to my children, and I didn't take the time to, even though they loved it, I shouldn't. I feel like I need forgiveness for that because I see the world through my eyes, and those people down there, they're seeing the world through their eyes, and just because we disagree doesn't mean we can't find middle ground. So that's where I need to come from today. What city is it? Is that Suzanne? It's Gatlinburg. It's a little bitty town in Tennessee. It's a cute little touristy town. It's where I've always loved to be. But it was a wild place to be last night. A lot of people. So I'm ready to walk downtown and feel safe again. So I'm going to, instead of my waiting for the world to change, I'm going to remember that I can feel safe at any point. I don't need to feel afraid of this wind. I don't need to feel afraid of the people and the unrest downtown. I don't need to feel that. I'm only allowing myself to fall into that lower vibration. So, and I should know by now. I'm pretty good. This is, I go out, I teach people this. I go out and talk to myself a lot when I'm in the car by myself, because I know that when I start talking, my higher self enters the building and says, okay, let me answer that question for you. And it's really about the past few times I've been going out. It's like, okay, let me just, my higher self comes in and reminds me of my own abilities and my own power and my, the fact that we, as light workers, we can rise above. We can rise above all of these things that are going on at any point in our existence. We can say, okay, I need a little assistance here. Please lift me up over. Please help me to get out of this heavy energy that's all around me. So we're going to do that here this morning, moving up and out, up over, coming back and looking at it as the observer and not as the victim. I'm not the victim. I don't need to join the party. It's not our words that are the most important thing that we use on the planet. It's the energy that we put forth. We can talk to some people until we're blue in the face. They're not going to understand. They're not going to see the truth. They only see it through their own perception. And sometimes that perception can be very, very warped and very violent and very cruel and very mean, depending on how they've been raised, what they've chosen to believe in. And yet, nothing I say is going to change that. There's nothing that I can say to these people. The more important thing that I need to remember is that the energy that I'm carrying when I walk downtown has the ability to reach out and touch lives. It has the ability to help people to wake up. So I'm actually, if I get in there and I engage and I fight with other people about their belief systems, I'm only pulling myself into their party. I'm lowering my vibration to match theirs. So it's about remembering that, and that is very difficult. I'm still in human form, and so are you. So can we remember to rise above no matter what we're experiencing? It might be even in your own home. People are falling into some very low vibrational energies. People do that anyway. It's like second nature to us. We, not to all, but to many, we want to see the negative in situations and in people instead of focusing on what's good. So, Angel, thank you, Umet. Good morning. It's like there is just now. Exactly, Carol. Exactly. When we change our perception, time doesn't really exist anymore. And what they've been giving me as money is just energy too. So what is it in your life? I want you to spend a minute on that. What is it in your life that you fight so hard to control? That you, like we all want to control time, and we want to control money, and we want to, and scarcity and abundance and all of that. We keep hearing about, how do we manifest, but really, rule number one in manifesting is letting go. Rule number one is not focusing on that one thing. That one thing that you really, really want to change in your life is the one thing that you can't place your focus on. Isn't that funny? Everything is upside down and backwards from the way that we've been trained. So say you're having a really difficult time financially and you want to change the way that your life is going financially. So you start going into manifestation mode and you're like, okay, all right, I'm going to win the lottery. I'm going to do this. I'm going to whatever. And instead of actually creating the energy of abundance, you're actually creating the energy of scarcity. Isn't that wild? Because you're focusing on the one thing that pulls your vibration down. You're focusing on the one thing that is your greatest concern. And by doing that, you're actually creating the energy of continuing that one situation that you're trying so hard to get rid of in your life. So this unrest that's downtown, that I really want to see some peace come into the planet. I really want to see that. Well, if I go downtown and all I'm focusing on is these people that are in the trucks that are waving flags and screaming and yelling at each other, how am I making change? I'm not. I'm actually adding to the snowball effect. So So in every situation, I love how, hi Marianne, I love how we continue to learn, how our souls can, the universe just keeps bringing us, we keep reaching for new learning all the time. And I haven't fully learned this lesson on how not to fall into the lower vibration and those things that make me scared. And so the universe keeps bringing me situations to really point it back out again. I was talking with someone yesterday who talked a lot. Now I have a guy that likes to always be in a hurry. We were talking about this. When he drives, he gets road rage. He does. He just gets really impatient with people. Gotta, Mario Andretti through all the traffic so we can get there faster. Where are we going? I don't know. We're just going out to relax. So why are we getting crazy? We're going out. We want to go someplace so that we can relax. And yet, in the process of getting there, we're making ourselves crazy trying to get to it because there's traffic. That makes no sense. So the universe for him keeps bringing him opportunities to learn how to be more patient in the way of very slow-moving traffic. And he's actually drawing that into himself. He's actually creating the reality that he's existing in. I don't want it to take me a long time to get to where I go. I want to get there as fast as I possibly can. That perfect example of him getting, we were someplace, we both had separate cars. He left before me. I got stuck in traffic. I'm a very slow driver. I drive it, it's not that slow, but I'm careful, very, very careful. And I'm going to give people their space. And I can be I've learned to be more respectful of everybody's trying to get to where they're going. I'll get there when I get there. I'm just going to be easy. It drives him crazy for me to be like that, but I will get there. When safely. I'm really all about getting there safely. He's in and out in Mario Andretti. By the time I got to that restaurant, which was only a few miles up the road, he was already there. He was waiting at the door for me. And when I met him, he actually took me to our table where there was bread and drinks waiting for us. I was right behind him. He got there so fast, he was able to get us a table. He was able to get the waitstaff to bring us his favorite biscuits, and he already had drinks, and I was only right behind him, just maybe 4 or 5 miles. That's how big a difference it is between his driving and my driving. And so the traffic's still bad for me, but I just turn on some music and start singing, and I enjoy the time, and I enjoy the moment of it. And he's not. He's going crazy trying to get there faster than anybody else. What's the lesson in that? So he got his blood pressure up. He went crazy trying to get where he was going. He's affecting his health by doing that. He didn't enjoy 1 second of that trip. He just was trying to get to where he was going and didn't even notice that he was alive right here, right now, and that he could have been kind of enjoying his time getting from point A to point B. The journey is the part of it that we're supposed to be enjoying, right? It's not the destination. What's the destination? The destination is actually ultimately death. It's the journey. It's the moment. It's right now that's important. And so that's another way. We could sit here and list ways that we see the world completely upside down so many times. And so it feeds into society. So that's where I'm frustrated, because it's always the trying to get there. Everybody is so mean and aggressive on the road right now, and they're all just trying to get someplace. And instead, they could just be looking, stop, put on some music. They're using the turn lane to get around everybody, and they're getting stopped by the police, and they're getting mean. And could we all just slow down? Do you ever do this? I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's a million different subjects today. I'm sorry. There's so much going on. But can you ever just stop when you're in a traffic jam like that and just look out your window at the person or the people in the car beside you? Look out the other window. See these people. Actually see their faces. See that they might be frustrated too, or they might be having a difficult time, or they might be sitting there in their bliss like me or whatever. But I do that. I people watch when I'm stuck in traffic, because ultimately we're all trying to get someplace. Ultimately, my needing to get someplace is no more important than that person's need to get someplace. We're all in this together, and we need to try to work together. And we need to try to find a balance here. So I'm all about the peace today, aren't I? It's all about living right here, right now. Like Carol said, it's really, time doesn't really exist. There isn't really a November or December or or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, even though we're accustomed to, we've been trained to look at life this way. Really, there's only right now. So if I'm stuck in traffic and I'm trying to get someplace always, and I'm not paying attention to what's around me in the moment, I'm not really living. I'm completely missing the boat. I'm just focused on something that may never happen. I don't know that I'll exist long enough in physical form to get to wherever it is I'm trying to go. I only know that right here, right now, everything's good. I'm just sitting here relaxing, and everything's good. And when I'm in my car, I can put on music. I can sing loudly with that music. I can talk to God. I can talk to my angels. I can pray. I can sing. I can people watch. I can do all kinds of things to enjoy that moment of time. And then in the next moment, as I'm still sitting in traffic, and then in the next moment, it's okay. Especially sometimes we get blocked up in the national park. I don't mind. If I'm going to go someplace and I go through the national park and I get stopped, and there's 2 miles of back-to-back traffic, which there is right now, I'm in the national park. I'm where my heart is happy. When I drive into the park, my heart goes plunk, like it places its roots in the ground. So it's okay. I can sit in that traffic and enjoy myself. It's all about just being here right now. Letting go. If we could all learn to let go of tomorrow. Stop trying to prepare. Everybody's going into their hoarding mode again. Let's load up on the toilet paper and the paper towels again. There's this energy of, the world is coming to an end again. They're going to shut everything down. We got to all get ready for a big shutdown. There's this building energy on the planet. Everybody is worried about tomorrow again. Everybody's trying to make sure that they've got enough of everything so that they can live for however long without being able to get to a Walgreens or a Walmart or whatever. And it's like, wow, come on, people. What if we change the energy? Do you believe? Hi, Stacy. Is it possible that if we could all collectively not fall into that again, those of us that are awake, if we could collectively stay in the place of compassion? I know there's a lot of crazies out there that are going to create a whole lot of wild energy. They're already doing it. Can our energy be stronger than theirs enough that as all these things unfold, we don't see all that kind of craziness? And if we do see all that kind of craziness, can we learn how to rise above it and not be so affected by it? That's my goal. It's all happening. This is like an alien planet, truly. Big shift of energy there. I don't know who just shifted, but somebody shifted. It's a crazy world that we live in. But we can rise above. It's taking responsibility for our own energy. I can't control anybody else. I can't control their energy. I can't control their decisions. I can't control what they think, what they do, how they perceive the world. I cannot control them. I can only control how I react. I can control how I hold my vibration. And it's pulling it back into that moment and pulling it back into the idea that I can let go of all of that stuff, all of that control, because it's really painful trying to hold on so tightly, isn't it? Letting go, reminding myself of who I really am every minute if I have to, every minute. Oh, wait, that's not me. I'm not still there with those people. They're doing their thing. I'm not in that. I don't have to be a part of that. That's their circus. That's their monkeys. My monkeys are over here and they're being good. I've got good, sweet monkeys. Taking care of my own energy. And through doing that, we're actually helping the planet. That's what's funny. That's the paradigm here. That if we want the planet to change, we can't force it to change. We have to let it go. And we have to hold our energy strong. And we have to be in a higher vibration every chance we get. Hi, Isabel. So that all of us together can raise the vibration of the planet so that these people who are so lost in their humanity can finally wake up. Please wake up. I just want to pick them up and shake them sometimes. Please wake up. Please wake up. Please wake up. You're so much greater than you believe that you are. You're so much greater than you've been taught. Can you wake up? Rise above it and realize the energy that you are creating has an effect. We're all responsible. We all have to be responsible for the energy that we're putting forth on the planet so that we can actually change how the reality is. And we're helping ourselves and we're helping all of humanity through doing that. And that's why we came here. So that's what it's all about today. All of those crazy things that I was pulling in were all coming back to that full circle. Be responsible for your own energy. It makes the world that you can be in your own bliss that way. You don't have to be in control of everything. You don't have to figure it all out. All you have to do is be happy. Find joy in every situation. Live in the moment. Everything's okay right now. I don't got to take care of 10 minutes from now. I only got to, okay, right now. Right now, everything's great. Everything's great. I can find joy right here, right now. Hi, John. I can find joy right here, right now. I'm okay. And then in the next minute, whatever the situation is, maybe the world's going crazy around you. I know it's difficult when there's all this, put your blinders on a little bit for just a few minutes and say, oh, wait, wait, I don't have to control that. I can just be in my bliss. I can let it go. And thank you, Isabel. I don't have to be there. So be like a bunch of little children here for a few minutes. Little children don't worry about the news. They don't worry about what's going on in the world. When we go back to that little child place, we remember to look around, see birds. See those birds. Don't try to name them. See those flowers. Sunshine and there's clouds, and I can see animals up in the clouds. Maybe I'll play a little bit today. Maybe I'll just be easy. Can you see how it changes? Maybe instead of trying to fix the world today, I can just let it all go and I can play. That's what we're meant to do. Isn't it funny that our job is really to play and be easy? Find love in every situation, every chance we get, find love and send that energy out to the world. So we're going to do that. We're coming up to time. Why don't we all just meditate for a few minutes? Let's, no matter what is going on in your world. Good, very good, Marianne. Wherever you are, it's like in every moment. I used to work in a hospital, and it was people were just blah 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 around me. Everybody, just so much unrest. And I remember in the moments when it was like, oh, that's right, that's who I am. It was usually a song that would remind me. Oh yeah, now I feel my divinity again. Okay, let me just sit here in this divinity. We are all divine creatures, every one of us. Beautiful, perfect in every way. Your soul is absolute perfection. Move back into that. Move back into that beautiful higher self that you got going on. The ego can take a break. Go take a break, ego. You're a disaster. You're a hot mess. I'm pulling back into the higher self for a little while. When we do that, even in those little moments when the world is very frustrating, it's like, oh, there you are. Okay. All right, I can get through this now. Good to get out around that river. Very good. Started to live feed and dropped my stick in the river. And when I went to pick it up, I nearly fell in it. John, be careful. Be careful. You soon stopped. Be careful out there in that crazy world. All right, guys. Let's the energy's building. I always wait until the energy starts to build. The energy is building. I want to share it on out with you guys, and you can share it on out with the world around you, and we'll create some ripples today, okay? So we're calling in all the angels who are already here. All of you that are here, you're a team. You have beautiful angels. You're not here all by yourself. You have spirit guides. You have ancestors. Let's call in that beautiful entourage of loved ones. Bring them in. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing in that. When you guys do that, I feel that energy. So take in a big breath. See if you can feel that angelic energy around that. When we do that, we always think, oh, that's the angels that make us feel so good. We have that energy. That cosmic, beautiful source energy exists within us. We're just waking it back up. It's coming from your own heart. This angelic entourage that you got coming, guess where they're coming from? They're not coming in, they're scooping in from the clouds. They're coming from your heart. They're there always. That's the portal. So open up your heart. Let them come through. And then you can feel them as they enter too. It's like, oh, there you are. I love that feeling. We channel from the heart, don't we, John? We channel from the heart. The angels need a channel. They need a place to have a voice. And so they come through us. So take a big breath of all that angelic energy that's coursing through that heart right now. As if it's in your heart and you pull it into your lungs, it's going to go to every cell of your body, lighting you right up like the beautiful light being that you are. Take a big breath. Feel it. Can you feel it? Nice. Well done. So now that we're all sitting here in our bliss, I want you to see yourself. Where do we want to go? Let's go to a different planet. We're all feeling like aliens. Let's go out into outer space for a little bit. So as you take a big breath, allow your higher self to come into this healing space. You have to give permission. We're all going to gather together, and we're in a kind of spaceship, except all it is a giant bubble. It's very safe. And all of our higher selves are going to meet in that beautiful bubble. So take a big breath and meet me there. Beautiful. I see all you beautiful light beings. I feel your presence. That's who you are. That's who you are. Beautiful light being. Perfect in every way. So now we're in this beautiful bubble. And you can see all around. Nothing can get in that will hurt you. I promise. You're completely safe. So as we take a little break here, you can sit down, you can lay down, whatever you'd like to do. We're going to be taken off into space together. So take a big breath and help me out with your beautiful energy. And let's rise up above for a little while. I see us all as we're lifting above the earth. It's like little ants busy down beneath us. They're just running, cars going, and all you can see is these little ants. That's what it looks like. They're so busy, living their lives, deceived by the idea that they are controlled by time, by money, by each other. They're completely deceived. They have forgotten who they really are. We could just leave them behind for a little while. Let them keep playing that game. It's okay. They'll figure it out one day when they're ready. As we're rising above, the planet just turns into a huge marble. You see the blue. You can see the different colors as it turns. It's turning around, sun shining on it. It's such a beautiful planet to look down on. And we see the moon. Ooh, I love that moon. She's so beautiful. Her beautiful craters, her scars. She survived so much, and yet she still spins. And there she is, shining in all her glory, reflecting the light for others to see. Just like us. We're all little moons walking around. We're reflecting light, bringing light into the planet. We're scarred. We're a little damaged here and there, and yet we keep on spinning. We just keep shining. So going up higher and higher and higher and higher. Taking us to a planet with 3 moons. The planet looks very blue. I see circles around the planet. It's blue because it's alive. There's water there. It's our home. Let's go there. As we get closer, we can see these crystal cities. They rise up all over. They're just as if nature pushed the crystals up out of the earth. They're so natural and clear and beautiful. The air is perfect. Absolutely no pollution here. There's peace. There's no unrest. Everyone on this planet has remembered the truth of who they are. There's no fear. There's no violence. Nothing but love. So our big old bubble, it lands, and we can step out of that bubble. Go ahead and adventure here. There's nothing to be afraid of. The air is perfect. It feels like just the right temperature. There's 3 moons above us and a sun off to the other side. It's twilight, so the skies are turning purple and pink. Blue. Stars are coming out. You can walk over to that crystal city if you'd like to. You can go play in that nice, beautiful, clear water. You can feed the birds, the ducks. The energy is perfect. There's no need to brace. There's no need to hold yourself tightly in fear. This is one place you can come where there's absolutely no fear. Fear has been done away with. At one time, this planet had fear, just like our Earth. At one time, there was unrest. There was people that didn't get along so well. They overcame it. Light workers came to that planet. Some of us were there. We came to the planet. That's why it feels so homey. We were there. We brought love. We did this before. We can do it again. Love took over that planet. And fear was completely abolished. It no longer exists there. Without fear, there's no judgment. There's no hate. There's no separation. Everyone that's there remembers how connected they are. Isn't it beautiful? All you see is smiles. There's beautiful lights twinkling off of the crystal. They have all of the energy that they need. They don't have to fight for it. They don't use fossil fuels like we do here. They have learned how to harness the energy in the way that's natural for that planet and healthy. Take a breath just to relax into this beautiful place. As your physical self begins to receive a clearing, there is clearing energy coming in. Source is coming down over your crown. And it's going to go ahead and flush on down through every one of your chakras as you sit here. Your job is only to relax and be in that beautiful place of perfection. That place that will be here one day. We will conquer the fear on this planet too. So enjoy what it's like to be there for a little while, to know that that's our future too. We did it there, we can do it here. We are powerful beings. See what it's going to be like. Enjoy it. Everyone here remembers their divinity. That's what I'm noticing. As I pass by people, they're all holding their energy so high. There's no lower vibration. Everyone I pass by feels good. Such peace. Go up and enjoy it. What do you see? Really be an active participant in this. What do you see? What do you feel? This is home. This is home. This is why we have a hard time feeling at home on Earth. We've already overcome all of these negative energies before. We know what it feels like. We know what it feels like to be on a planet that knows nothing but love. And we can do it again. Please know that. Experience this now, what it would be like, what it feels like, what it will be like on planet Earth. Breathe nice and easy. Energy's moving down through your third eye, down into the throat, opening up your truth, allowing you to be more gentle. Ease up on the words you speak. It's the energy that's important. It's not the words. You put out the energy of love, it affects people. So as you're up there on that beautiful planet, and it's so easy there, you are removing that cloak of protection, that cloak that keeps you safe, the cloak that makes you feel like you can control things. Just take it off. There is a whole army of light beings coming to us, and they're bringing us this cloak that is made of light. They're upgrading us as we speak. So that's why we've come here. So the cloak is going to look exactly like you look now, except it's going to shine more brightly. Allow you to feel more protected against these difficult energies on this planet, so you know that you can shine even when it feels scary. Lightening up your load, allowing you to feel your truth, allowing you to remember what it's like to be on a planet that is controlled by love and not fear. And they're lifting you up and congratulating you and thanking you for the beautiful work that you're doing as they give you this cloak. It's like a graduation ceremony, reminding you that you've done this before, thanking you for coming to a heavy planet to do it again. Warriors. We are all warriors, light warriors. And take that cloak if you're ready. Yep, I'm gonna go back to that planet Earth, and I'm gonna share that beautiful light. I know what we can do here now. I remember, just by coming to this beautiful planet, I remember my job. You're getting a big hug. Everyone's being just wrapped up in this beautiful energy. It feels like you've just been completely comforted. The energy is continuing to move through your physical self on down into through the heart and through the solar plexus. It's doing its work even though you're not paying attention. It's going down into the second chakra, down into the root, down your legs, down into this beautiful earth who is repairing herself as we speak. And she sends this beautiful light energy right back up through your feet. Like an ocean of love coming right back up through, all the way up. Pull it all the way up your spine. And as you do, we're going to go ahead and everyone back to that big bubble. Go ahead, take that cloak. We all know we got to come back, right? We'd love to stay. We got to come back because we're going to create that here. So bring that beautiful energy with you as you come back into that bubble. And take a big breath. We're going to pull that bubble right back down into this heavy planet Earth. It'll be okay. Big breath. Pull yourself back. Pull yourself back. Now that you're all nice and clear and you're filled with hope and joy, you can bring that higher self back in. And it takes that little ego and pulls it in tight. It says, little ego, we got this. We got this. We know where we're going. We know it's going to be okay. All nice and clear. Feels good. Now we're asking the angels to just wrap around you today, to take good care of you as you go out into the world, as you share that beautiful light of yours. Please know in every situation they're there for you. Please know that. I know it's a difficult time. I know it's a difficult planet. They are always with you, always protecting you, always caring for you. You are so loved and so needed. So stay here on the planet. Let's do this together. Let's raise the vibration together. Take that beautiful love out with you today. I love you guys too. Thank you for sharing that with me. That felt really, we haven't done that yet. That was a brand new one they brought in. So I'm really, really appreciating the angels for taking us on that beautiful adventure to be able to see. And the reminder that the final thing that they're sending through very, very strongly right now is the reminder to you is remember what it's like to be there, please. Remember what it's like to go to that planet. Go there often. In your meditations, be really quiet and go off into that beautiful planet that is already lifted, that is already all light energy. And remember that we're doing that here too. So the more time you spend there, the more energy, the energy changes inside of you. You're rewiring yourself to remember, we've done this before, we can do it again. We've done it before, and we are doing it. We are bringing light back to this planet now. Changing the whole layout of the planet with the energy that we're bringing in. Good. Keep going there. Keep remembering. Because as you're laying there meditating and you're in that beautiful place, it's lifting your vibration so that you remember what your job is, what you came here to do. Thank you so much. Thank you guys, Suzanne, Marianne, John, Carol, all of you that are saying thank you. I appreciate you, Christina, Umet. All kinds of statements here. I'll go back to them. I got to get off because it's about that time. I love you guys so much. Please enjoy your Sunday. Be in that peaceful place today. Enjoy the beautiful energy that's wrapping around you as you sit there. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. You're so protected. Rise above. Just rise above. Have a good day. I will see you again tomorrow morning at 9:30. Take good care.